Hello and welcome everybody back to the dumbass class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer. After so long has passed and it is blinding. Jesus, not that light. It is good to be back, except from blinding myself with my cam light. So yes, we are back with some more Dark Heresy, second and first edition mixed, Inquisitorial Profiteers. So, for a recap of sorts, our group started their mission on the start of 988.M41. They came to the hive world of Aquafria. There they were to set up an enterprise, they were to scope out the hive and build upon the skills the Inquisition had taught them. And not long after arriving, they got into their first fight. Just some lonely thugs, but it was a decent start to their time in Aquafria. Moving on some time, they started to work for a gang in their hab block, the Poison Kiss. Doing a few odd jobs for them, they got in good with them and learnt about another gang, a gang that was far different from them in almost all ideals. The Acid Riot. Some time went on and they learnt that another Inquisitorial team had been sent to this hive world with the same Inquisitor. However, something had gone wrong and only one of their members was still alive that they knew about. One Ceres Mantorus, a tech priest who assisted the group with certain expertise. After creating a load of drugs to sell to the Poison Kiss, the relationship between the Inquisitorial team and the Poison Kiss grew. They met some interesting people along the way. One Dodgy Dave was a keynote, and his beloved wife Mary Dave. After some upheaval caused by the governess of Aquafria, a new founding, and the Acid Riot kicking up more trouble, and sabotage going on in the lower hives manufactorums. Some of these problems were stopped, some of them could not be, and others were just ignored. However, as more time passed on, an ultimate goal was placed before the team: to wipe out the Acid Riot and take some of their shit for theirs. After a battle ensued, an infiltration happened. Many poor civilians died in a horrible way. The team acquired a new base. They acquired a club that was formerly owned by the Acid Riot, which they soon renamed the Raven Court, and established their own small gang to protect the area surrounding their club. A few more things happened, namely the Inquisitorial Profiteer rogue trader ship entering orbit, and the captain there requesting a mission be done, a mission of exploration, where the team very nearly lost their lives in an asteroid field littered with Xenos and Imperial ships. But after surviving that ordeal and acquiring a new vessel of their own, they headed back to their beloved Raven Court and learned of yet more missions to be done. So, they were told to, if they could act as security for a high-to-do noble event, where they performed their jobs admirably, That's not right, but we'll go with it. They performed their job well, for the thicker of us. Not causing a fight, even though they saw some brutal things done by the nobles, but getting some better knowledge on said nobles. One of which was clearly a disgusting, hideous individual, a Lord Hoffer, whose sex party it was. They met a couple of other nobles there, one of which at least seemed to be less depraved than the others, and one of which who was of interest. A number of other individuals were also found there, but the lines had not connected, not until after the party and some downtime where our brave Ezio, who is currently not here right now, did some scouting and managed to find the Scholam Terrenia, where as the doors opened and many broken children were led in, he spotted someone who had a grey fedora, exactly like the individual who was at the party that Liliana informed the group about. But the work never stops, and without enough time to truly investigate these leads, another job was remembered. A gun trade with the mutants of the lower hive in order to acquire something quite dangerous from their possession. They took a hefty amount of thrones worth of weaponry down to the Underhive, a 15k's worth, including some some extra las packs. After making it down to the Underhive, they did the deal. The leader of the Wild Wardens, the gang down there, a former guard officer who had been struck down by mutation on his first mission on his home world. But the guard captain was happy with the trade, and the team entered an Archaeotech device. This device, they have no clue of what it is meant for, but what it is doing at the moment inside is creating an area of absolute calm within the warp. There they found 6 mutants. 2 hideously mutated monsters, and 2 mutated. They were not free of mutation, but it was nothing like the other 2. And a child. The child was the one that they did the trade for. After some well-placed negotiations and some decent rolls, the group were able to acquire the child and made their way back up through the Underhive back to the Raven Court. And this is where our game will pick up again, but going back slightly. So, for our 2 psychers, for Mordecai and Liliana, please roll me a Forbidden Warp check, Lore check, and a Charm check. This is for knowledge that you can pass on to the child, and to calm the child down as you're moving through the Underhive. All of your fate points have been refreshed, considering it was a very long time since we last played. And they'll all be flat.
Damn, I already had max.
That's why you should always spend them.
Here, I have to spend them because I can't spend them as Casper.
I'm a fake reroll that.
You know what? I'm gonna wait for your fate point before I reroll mine.
Don't forget, you do get the charm test too.
Yeah, I know.
They're psychers, they have a lot. Well, one has less, but hey ho.
Didn't pass.
I'm the knowledgeable one, but not the charming one. The charming one has tits.
Are we sure about that?
Fuck my life.
She does not have tits, apparently.
I'm gonna use the.
Or the kid is
my-
gay.
There you go. Fate point use. Fuck's sake.
Okay.
I
So-
think Rebecca's veil is cursing my entire existence now.
I'd like to point out you did describe Mordecai as a twink before, so this is getting a little bit weird.
I did. So, as you make your way up through the Underhive, the child he is gifted. You've already found this out by the fact that he learned to psychic, a very basic psychic technique, within seconds of being shown how to do it. Almost like a mirror, just reflecting what he was shown, it's there. But as he comes out of the dome, now he's actually under assault from the warp in general. And as you make your way further through the Underhive, it gets a lot worse. Unfortunately, you're both just too taken aback by, you've never taught anyone about the warp. You've been shown it before yourselves, but you've never done it yourselves. So you're a bit flustered. You don't pass off any good information to him. In fact, some of you have passed off some pretty shitty information. But as you're making your way up through, to be fair,
almost passing good knowledge.
Mordecai kind of takes the forefront here. For whatever reason, his maternal instinct comes out, and Liliana does try, and it does seem as if it helps slightly, but Mordecai really seems to get through to the child, keeping him calm, keeping his breathing constant, and his blocking out what's going on, the noises coming from the Underhive, and focusing on, his psychic defense. That's all you need to focus on now. We'll protect you from the noises. You just need to keep that defense up. So
when a mummy psyker and a daddy psyker love each other very much.
No!
He looks at you
Don't
as
tell
just,
him about the beer.
Mummy? Daddy? What's that?
Don't fucking
I should
teach
lower-
him
I should
about the
lower
bird and
his-
the bee.
I should lower some stuff for him. His resistances are falling. For the shooters in the group, who we are missing one, there is a small engagement as you're coming back up. Essentially, the flying bat things, they attack again, but this time you've got so many people here, and it seems to be a very small roost of them, that you're pretty sure, like, as you and you have more equipment now, as you check the ceilings with a not a globe. Yeah, a globe, fuck it. I know it's stab light, that's the one, thank you. With a stab light, you can see a couple of them hanging from the roof. With the amount of people you have with you, this is not going to be a real engagement. So if you just want to give me a ballistic skill check, Darius, and I will give one for Ezio, and essentially your people are going to follow off of you.
Can I use mine?
Ezio will fire as well. We'll get
Yeah, I
him
think
with
it's
his-
actually better less skill than I do, so.
Did you roll yours flat? Oh yeah,
Yep.
you just rolled ballistic skill, haven't you? That's a. Why did I go over to a weapon to do it? Ezio will use one of his fate points. There we go. That's better. Ezio doesn't. Oh, his threshold is 2. Oh, I probably shouldn't have used 1.
Yeah, thresholds aren't great when they're down to 2.
I had the burnt one.
No, I think he started with 2.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm the one that had to burn one. Fucking
Mr. Head, I like to be hit in head.
no, Mister. I like my head exploding in warp energy, please.
Yeah, you're gonna say that. You're gonna say that so I get the bolt pistol out.
I might have to talk to Ezio when he gets here. Because I'm pretty sure I have a golden rule about everyone starting with 3. I'm pretty sure I've always had that golden rule that everyone gets 3.
I think you give us +1 to a maximum of 3.
Yeah.
But
I do remember you doing that for fantasy, but not for Dark Heresy.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I had 2 in fantasy.
Yeah. I remember everyone has at least one thing. At least 2 things.
I might have
at
forgotten
least
to
2
do it with this
fantasy,
one. No, I might have forgot to say it during this because I've done a couple of other Dark Heresy games that kind of fell through, so I might have forgotten to say that on this one.
Oh,
Okay,
fair enough.
so anyone who has 2 now and didn't burn 1 has always had 2. You can raise it up by 1, and I'll do it with Ezio, and we shall remind him he has 3 now.
Before he comes in, I burnt 1.
It's like, well, the kid went crazy. What can I say? Bad advice. So with your successful rolls, particularly you, Darius, you actually like say to your men, I should really get a charm check off each. Let's see how well you guys make your men do. Can I get a command check from both of you?
I'm actually trained in command. So there's a 77. I'm going to use a fear point.
Oh my god, Ezio was so close.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, so as you see the creatures, Darius, you're really quick to get your men into position, take aim, and to fire. Along with your 5 degrees of success, your little group takes out shitloads of them. Ezio's group, not so much. They kind of just shoot randomly because he doesn't really take command very well, but he easily shoots enough for the roost to break off and disappear into the underhive. So you all make your way out. It was quite an easy engagement, but a bit of combat experience for your men.
Hey, it went better than the time we attacked the other gang. We split up that way.
Yeah, the time we attacked the other gang, it was fine, because I just set everyone on fire.
No, I mean when we split off into scouting parties.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. I lost like 2 guys because I just kept going awfully.
Well done.
We lost
Okay,
people.
it takes you 16 hours to get back to the transports, which are waiting for you.
Okay. Alright.
Anyone know what 1/3 of 19 is?
Just under 6. No,
Is it?
just over 6. Sorry, but under 6.6.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's
6.3. I think.
We'll go with that.
Roughly.
Another 6 hours basically sleeping on in the back of the massive trucks that you've hired to move your stuff down. These big 40k 18-wheelers that move shipment around the hive. Picks you up.
Keep
takes
an
you
eye
back.
on the kid.
Yeah, I'll be.
Hey, Albie. Would like to make sure I'm keeping an eye on the kid, make sure he isn't going too warp crazy.
I'm keeping an eye on the Saggers, making sure they're keeping an eye on the kid.
No, so the kid seems to be calm, calmer now that he's entered the hive itself, because not so much torturous pain in here, whereas down there's a little bit more of that torturous pain and evil that creeps in. Here it's just really bad mojo. You're able to sleep for 6 hours as you make your way back to the Raven Court. your men are a little bit confused as to why you went all the way down there and you only came back with a kid, but they're
hold
they're
up. Didn't we come back with...
nope.
We came back with fungus,
Nope.
didn't we?
I thought they gave us some fungus.
No, they gave you some
Yeah.
fungus to light. You never bought any
Okay.
No, we
fungus
didn't
when
get-
you were down there.
Oh yeah.
I know it was
I'm
something
pretty sure
you
that...
want. I know it was something you wanted to do. I was sniggling the whole time as no one remembered to be like, okay, so how much to buy this? You had quite a long time down there, but yeah.
Because I don't know if we did this in the last session, but I do remember I was talking about that because it would
No,
be a hit for morale if we had come here for nothing. I remember I was talking about that.
But no one actually bought anything in game. I had no
I remember bringing it
requests.
up.
I had no requests for right. How much would we need? How much would it cost? And you were down there for 2 sessions, so.
Yeah.
No, when I brought it up, it was a thing that, yeah, it was. I remember when I brought it up, it was don't mention it to the guys. I didn't actually say anything about buying it now. I mean, we can pass it off as it's going to be delivered at another point or whatever, but yeah, we didn't actually buy any while we were there.
So the advantage that you have is you did take all your men down there. So they technically know how to get to the fungus farm, to the outpost. So you can set up communications with them. If you want to buy them a high yield Vox to actually let them communicate with you, you can if you want and have it sent down there by your men. But yeah, you guys never actually bought anything other than a child. You bought a child, you remember to do that much.
Just ransom. It's fine.
Which one of us is surnamed Epstein?
So you get back on the 99th day of this Imperial year. It is early in the morning. The truck rolls into the drop-off point. Your men get out and you bring forth your spoils of war. A child.
A child of the Emperor.
Okay. Jumping out, pointing to the gangers, trying to get them organized into just, back out there, get back into proper, I don't know, strategy? Not strategy. Basically what the previous routine was, like, go patrol this, go patrol that, go do this, that.
Sure. They argue amongst themselves for a good 10-15 minutes whilst they smoke glow sticks, and one of the bar girls seems to come out with cups of recaf. And after a while, it seems like a number of them have been divided up to go and do their things, whilst the others grumble as they head off to go and sleep for a bit longer.
Okay. I'm going to look back at the Psychers and say, I hope this was worth it, and head inside. Because we now have a day or 2 days before we have to go to the Rogue Trader.
No, you have longer than that. You have to go and see the Rogue Trader, as far as I'm aware, on the 13th. It's currently the 99th day. You do have your gun cutter, so technically you can just fly straight up and deliver the child if you want, or you can wait till that 13th day and go up and see him.
I don't want to deliver the child pretty quick-ish, because I think we more than anyone know the risks of an unsanctioned psycho.
I'm back. Sorry about that. What was that about the child?
Sorry. So just take him straight up in the cutter. No
Oh,
waiting
yeah.
around.
You're not keeping this child.
We're not keeping the child.
Selling
Okay.
the child. Savers.
So how do you want to go about doing this? It's not that far to the starport on the map. You have a fancy new token, which is you. It's only like 2 floors above, 1 floor above.
What is in your token? The chick with boobs? The blonde one?
No.
Oh, that one.
No.
Twins they were.
She's somewhere up here. There she is.
Where have I
Stream
seen that one?
over there. From the tokens, from the art, accessories, and tokens thing that you sent me.
Oh yeah.
If you see any of the tokens where you're like, where have I seen that one? That's where you've seen them from. So you can walk the child up, or you can actually take the child via vehicle. There are some security checks, like he needs to show off an ID, and I'll give you this one. I won't just ham shank you with it. He doesn't have an ID to get through security.
Yeah.
But we have money.
Time to either call Mr. Black or Dodgy Dave.
Dave.
I like Dave. Dave is good.
Pretty sure Black wants to kill us too because of what we did.
I'm not sure
with
Black
Red and
wants
Blue.
to kill us, but
Wait,
just
what
because
was
they had
that?
colour names doesn't mean they're the same person. Definitely means they're the same person.
No, they're part of the same group.
Yeah. Definitely friends. But no, maybe not.
If you'll, just as a reminder, the Jealous Grave are a black market trading operation. They're boneless traders.
Yeah, they don't give a shit.
Yeah, good point. We probably just killed this competition.
Yeah, I'm going to call Dodgy Dave.
I think it's cool.
So you
Probably
get on the
easier that
Vox.
way. Plus, we do have a good relationship with Dodgy Dave.
Yeah.
So you get on the Vox, type in his Vox code. It rings for a moment or so before Dodgy Dave picks up. All right there. How can I help you?
We need a ident chip. No questions asked.
An ident chip? Well, I've moved up in the world a bit, but I think I've still got some contacts. I can ask. What kind of ID chip, and well, for what person?
My nephew. We need to get him up a few floors, taking him off world.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too great. I mean, you want an ID check for a small child to take to the starport? I might be able to do something like that. Let me put the feelers out, and I'll get back to you. It might take a day or so.
A day is
Unless
fine.
it's a rush job. You know, if it's a rush job, I can put it out, another way.
We have what? Plenty of time.
Yeah, I was gonna say a day,
Almost like 14
should
days.
be
So
fine.
yeah, no, that's fine.
but
Oh,
apparently we just lose our other psyker instead. It's fine.
no, we'll just give it those. It's fine. See you. No, yeah, order. See what he can do for like
Yeah,
a day, 2 days, 3 tops, I'd say.
yeah. It's like
Anything back from
a
that.
day or two is fine.
All right then, I will.
Just
I'll put
getting
the feelers
tired
out.
of the world,
Hey, what you want to do with young kids? It's none of my business. You're good customers. I'm not gonna pry too much. You're good people. I'm sure you're doing the kid a favor. Nothing nefarious going on. But yeah, sure. I'll put the feelers out. I'll get back to you tomorrow, and I'll let you know what the price is.
just slightly dying inside that he thinks we're trafficking in kids now. I mean, he's not wrong.
We are. That's the worst thing. We actually are.
Literally are. But it's not what they think.
Oh,
He's my nephew.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is your nephew in the 999 776th degree.
Are you trying to say we're all related? Disgusting. I'm a nobleman.
We're all the Emperor's children, it's fine.
It's my humor. That's why I hang out with you guys.
You
The
have
phone
humor.
goes down.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Oh, boy.
I walked straight into that one, didn't I?
Tad, yeah.
Right. Anyway, so we've got at least 1 to 2 days until we hear back from Dave. Dave.
David?
No, don't.
David?
For the love of the Emperor, no.
What's this I hear about you trafficking in children?
Don't make me ask the surname question again. No. Jim, you're muted. Jim?
You're a muted lad.
I know.
You're a mute, Harry.
It's just that. Sorry, connection issues.
Yeah.
So is there
Okay.
anything else you guys want to do? You've arranged to get an ident chit for the child.
Also contact the road trader and let him know that we are going to come up as soon as we can with him.
Sure, you can do that. He's already got everything ready for you. He's obviously not on the phone right now. He's speaking to the comms officer. And he says, yep, no, as soon as you leave the planet, send us the message and we'll make sure all the personnel are in position then.
My nephew's looking forward to spending some time with you.
Stop bringing up the nephew thing. It's just getting weird.
What do you mean getting?
It's getting weirder, especially when I keep referencing the certain surname.
What? Ariok?
Yeah.
So, you've arranged everything you need to arrange. It's very early in the morning. You guys can have a rest, or you can perform other duties that you wish to do. For Ezio, I'll just give you a heads up. I forgot to tell you all a rule that I have for Dark Heresy, that everyone should start with 3. Don't know why I held up 4 fingers then. 3 fortune points or fate points. So I've upped yours by 1 because you should have had 3. And everyone got a max refill today, but I used one of yours to make you not suck. It worked.
Wait, what happened?
You guys just shot some bats. It was a very quick 1 roll encounter.
Oh. Like delete the technical or encounter or
No. Just shooting some bats.
Yeah, you
Nothing
outnumbered
is
them.
fun.
You outnumbered them. There was no combat map. It was just 1 roll to see how you guys did, and then instructing your people how to do it properly as well. You shot some bats. You didn't really inform anyone of anything useful, but you shot some bats. So it was a good roll session.
I have a quick question.
Sure.
How much are playing cards?
5 thrones for good ones. Probably like 2 thrones for common ones.
Oh, what are those ones that have like the faces and stuff on them? Like
The Emperor's Tarot?
no, like the actual, like the real world playing cards, but they've got like the faces of historical people on them or whatever.
Oh,
drum cards.
No. Well, yeah, but there's actual playing cards of them. There's also the ones of the Iraq War where they had all the people of interest on them.
I
So
remember
you're just.
You had two. What's the other brand?
Are you talking about just hearts, jacks, hearts, spades,
Yeah,
diamonds, just with the pictures of your favourite heroes of the Imperium?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want something like that, you're gonna have to get best quality.
Alright, so that's
It was 5 thrones for a good pack, 2 thrones for a common pack. So if it's 2 thrones times by 10, you're talking 10 thrones.
10 pounds?
It's two for common. I mean, they're only playing cards, and a throne is a lot of money for an Imperial. Remember, Imperial citizens get paid in script. They don't actually see real thrones.
Alright, there we go. 10 thrones.
And these ones, they're not like gold plated. They're not,
No.
the best quality you can get. But they do have whatever Imperial. If you want it of the Primarchs, you can have it of the Primarchs. Well, you've got to pick your thing, mix and match. I'm afraid.
My fabulous Hawk Boy.
I draw Creed in attack mode.
But sure, you can buy some playing cards.
Okay. I don't think I need anything else, to be honest, at the moment at least. What about everyone else? What else? Do we need anything specific? Do we need anything to drug the kid? Do we need
maybe
a explosive collar to strap her down?
Maybe some sedatives would be a good idea.
Hmm. Wait a second.
Mostly for our mutant hater. I mean, what?
No. God's sake.
Damn it, Jim.
No, I don't think I need anything else. How's that? No.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything in particular myself, to be honest.
Do we have anything else we need to do before the Rogue Trader?
I can't remember.
Jim!
Jim, you are the brains of this operation.
How many days do we need to spend?
We have like 14. It's the 99th now, and we haven't all 13th. We have 14 days.
Then I would like to further investigate the school. Or however you say it again.
School?
The Scolum Terrenia.
I would also like one of our people to go down and check on that. But you give them a long-range Vox, so buy a long-range Vox.
You want to get a Voxcaster then?
Yeah, for the Mutos.
Voxcaster. 300 thrones.
Wow.
You... Alright, yeah. I'll throw 50 thrones in on that.
Sure, you can have your people send down a Vox to them. That's completely doable.
Okay.
Yeah, just with the instructions of they can let us know if they have trouble.
Probably not that. Let them know that we'll be in contact, more or less.
Yeah.
Not, hey, you need us to get, if you're in trouble, give us a shout. No.
Yeah, good point.
If we need you, we're going to let you know. That way we don't have to wait for your runners all the time.
Good point.
And we don't have to send any messages through the poison kiss, because I believe they have this as well. Something similar to it.
Yeah, I think they do.
Okay. Alright, I guess we can go on to the next day.
Guess.
Right, we have pick recorders and stuff like that. Do this.
Okay, so we'll move on to the end of this day when you get a call from Dodgy Dave. He informs you he's found someone who can get the chip, the ID chip, whatever you call, for 75
Okay.
thrones.
Okay.
And he can get it to you by tomorrow night.
How good is this guy?
Silence is deafening.
We're gonna have to make an insight check or whatever it is in this. Scrutiny. I don't have. Oh no, that's security. I don't have security. I do have scrutiny.
Probably
Yeah.
be charisma. No, you're not looking at his face. Perception. If you want to tell if there's any lies in his voice.
Scrutiny perception.
Yeah, because you're listening to it. It's not like you can see his face.
Yeah. Fuck you, Corn!
You think he's telling the truth. You're pretty sure he's telling the truth, but then there's something deep down inside screaming, he's a liar. He's a thief.
Burn me, kill!
His first name is Dodgy. Dodgy. Oh.
God damn it. Of course it's fucking 88 as well. At least it only happens when it's, you know, not psychic tests.
This is true. It makes me sad.
Makes
So-
me happy.
So is the group is going to pay 375 thrones to get the Voxcaster and the ID chip for the kid?
I put 50 down for the Voxcaster, and I'll chip in 25 for the calm, I suppose. Yeah.
This is why it's quite useful to have
Okay.
a group pool where you can just take money out of these things.
Indeed.
I've covered the rest, so.
Shit. 26. There you go. Okie dokie.
So that evening ends. You agree to pay Dodgy Dave when the chip is delivered, and he sorts out the Voxcaster for you as well. Why not? We'll have him. You've spent a lot of money with him. He has gone up in the world, so we'll say he has a man who knows a man who has a man, and he cuts you a break by not adding on anything like some other merchants, the bastards. And by
People
the
try and cheat us out of money?
By the 100th day, you get your ID chip in the evening. You get the Voxcaster earlier than that, and you can send your men off to go and deliver it to the Wild Wardens. How many of your men do you want to send? You have 22 in total.
Ooh.
Probably good 10 of them.
I was actually thinking of 5-man squad. You need at least one guy to carry it.
Fair.
And remember, these are gangers.
They are
These are
particularly good at
under
things.
low hive civilians who turn to crime. Think of them as a squad, may get them in trouble.
Yeah. Oh, 20! No. Yeah, I think like 10 of them will be more than enough, and they'll also outgun the bats at least.
Yeah. Not particularly good at shooting, are they?
Okay,
I mean,
you send 10 down with supplies that your club provides for them. They grumble, they're not happy, but they go. Can I get a command check from Darius, shall we say?
Sure. Come on. God. I'll fate point it. Why not? I don't want these guys messing it up.
They take off, and you think they're off to where they're meant to be, but then you do see them stopping off at a side seller who seem to be buying something for the trip down, perhaps. But they do head off. At least you know who they are and where they live.
Yeah, no, we'll be checking in on them again in like, what, 2 days? A day?
About 2 days. I mean, they have a Voxcaster, so you can actually just ring them
we
up
can't
and go, where the
call
fuck
them.
are you?
Yeah. They won't have the Voxcaster for long, they drop it off, and then we're like, oh wait, where the hell did they go?
I know where your family live.
Okay, so they plod off. They are sent to the Underhive, and are never heard from again. So that's on the 100th day.
I will become a commissar just to beat these guys. Don't care about needing Skull up in the mission. I'm down to one fate point already.
Same, dude. Same.
Okay, so
issues.
that evening, the ID chip turns up. A courier delivers it along with a receipt, which is kind of like, what the hell is this? I mean, it's not actually a paper receipt. It's written on a data slate, a very old and dodgy looking data slate. But it does say on there, package delivered to these people, payment on delivery, and it is signed by Dodgy Dave.
Oh, okay. This is for the not the comp, the
For the Vox, for the Vox and the chip, yeah.
Okay. Does it say who he got them off?
No.
Mr. Black, we're all dead.
There's a bomb in the Voxcaster.
Show a surprise.
Oh.
So the delivery guy, looking kind of impatient as the thrones come out, he just takes them and gives you a sign of the Aquila and jumps on his it wouldn't be a push bike, he walks. This is yeah, he walks. He walks off sadly with his prize.
Surely they have bicycles.
He probably did have a push bike, but he's in the hive, so probably gone the minute he buys it.
And so, for the 3 days, for the 2 days rather, that you've been at the club, the kid seems to be doing surprisingly well. He doesn't seem to be freaking out or anything. Tiffany is a bit surprised that there's a child now wandering around, but she kind of just, oh well, less said the better.
She just rolls with it.
Not my business.
At least she didn't have to get preggers.
Do I need to tell you about the birds and the bees and how two bees cannot make a bird?
But how two psychos create the emperor.
Did the whole cycles that created the Emperor.
No, we're not going into that. The child's been doing all right so far. Can I get some charm checks from Mordecai and Liliana for those couple of days? I'd like 2 each of you.
Fucking okay. I saw the 70. I was like, it's gonna be a 7. Oh, okay.
Ooh, damn. Okay.
Do I have to keep going?
Yes, I would like another one, but those 7 degrees do add up. Okay, so the first day is a bit of a... Mordecai was doing so well, but today, it didn't go so well. Luckily, Liliana has...
hit with the door open and he saw it.
No. Luckily, Liliana had a bit of hanky-spanky time with her girlfriend, has come out, washed, showered, just rejuvenated. And she takes that boy under her psycho wing, and it does quite well. She cheers him up. And the next day, the 2 just work off of each other, keeping the child calm, working on his psychic wall techniques to block out the surrounding background noise of the warp. Can I also get a forbidden law warp check from both of you?
Meant to
I'm not going to use a fate point, fuck it.
That's fine.
Should I train this kid to be a soldier instead of a psyker?
Hey, I have not.
Can't. That's heresy.
not had the chance, okay, to
The
improve my
Inquisition will
forbidden
slap you
laws.
down if you do that.
Why not both? Make it psycho soldiers.
I have not had the chance to upgrade my forbidden laws.
So, as you try and ponder, what to tell him, what not to tell him, Liliana slips a little and gives away a little bit too much of a particular facet of the warp, and Mordecai is able to bring that back slightly, so he's not going to get too fucked up, maybe.
Now
So-
there are these things called demons. Warp Xenos. Warp Xenos.
I wouldn't even tell him about Xenos. He doesn't. He's a child from the Underhive. Just everything is good
Why are you telling
and
him
blissful.
about that now?
So, the child doesn't go too mad. He's able to cope for now. It comes to the day of the 101st. You have everything that you need. You can now walk him through security of the hive, and all is well and good. You do check his ident chip beforehand as an off, just be like, I wonder what his name is. It appears to be
Okay.
Mario Jenkins.
Oh
Go
no!
No. It's meant to be Ariok because he's my nephew.
It was meant to be Luigi, damn it.
Luigi Ariok. I'm a Luigi. Hey, Papa the pizza.
Also, do I find anything about the school with eavesdropping on them for a couple of days?
If you want to do that now, you can during your downtime. That is doable. So, what did you want
That was
to do?
fine, yes. General reconnaissance, figure out who they are, what are their routines, are they involved in any scandals, rumors, that kind of stuff.
Most of that you can't figure out. People on your team perhaps could, but you yourself are going to have difficulty with the technical sides of things. You can go and scope out the building itself and just keep an eye on it for a few days, checking to see if you can pick up a routine for the place. Otherwise, you'll have to go to a local chroniclarium within, it would probably be within the middle to upper hive where you could get access to that kind of building. You do have ident chips from the rogue trader, so you do have access to more places than a normal civilian would.
Alright. I guess I'll just do general. I'll stick the place out for now.
Okay, can I get let me just double check what ones it comes under, because I believe, where are you? Wherefore art thou? Okay, cool. Can I get one stealth with agility? This is for you to stay hidden, and one stealth check with perception.
Here you go.
Okay, so you're able to find a decent spot for the day to just sit. You can see through some of the windows. Unfortunately, most of the windows are barred. Some of the larger windows on the ground floor, they seem to be of a very old stained glass, where in some cases it appears as if the coloured glass has been broken and they've just patched it in with a piece of clear glass. You don't really see too much. However, as you're trying to peer through windows and look for shadows and maybe a guard rotation or something, you don't really see much. You do, however, see essentially the parade. At least once a day, the children are lined up, or at least some of the children are. You're not sure if it's all of them, but they're lined up in their dark grey robes, and one or two of what you're guessing are the Skolam tutors, or maybe they're the wardens. You're not entirely sure of their rank, but two adults genuinely come out with them in finer quality robes. They're still the dark, they're still grey, but they're a slightly darker grey to distinguish them from the children. And all of them have embroidered on the backs. For the children, it's very shoddy and very, like, the robes look well worn. They have not been custom made for each child. But the tutors, wardens, their embroidery is much finer, that says members of the Skolam Terrenia. And for the children, wards of the Skolam Terrenia. And every day you see them walking out barefooted, very, like, their body language is just shoulders forwards, heads down, and the way they like stomp their feet is very drone-like, very broken. But that's about all you see, unfortunately. They do return, and the children are carrying goods, and you can see stamped on some of the big, essentially bags of flour, the Imperial, the fucking, I can't even say these words anymore. It's been 3 weeks of not saying them. The administratum, basically. There is a proper word for the departmo, the administratum, departmo of
agriculture.
It's not agriculture. It's like charitable donations, or it's in the Eisenhorn books. I can't say it now. I can't remember it. So yeah, it's basically it's official food goods that are sent by the administratum. So use that information as you will. Now,
Right.
you can spend another couple of days doing the same thing if you want. There is more chance of someone noticing an individual who scopes out the building for each consecutive day that you do it.
We'll probably do it for 2 days.
Including this one, so another one, or do you want to do another 2?
Another one. Singular. 1 day, 1 more day.
Sure, then give me another stealth with agility and stealth with perception. Okay, so
the upper one is perception, the lower one is agility.
Oh.
Okay, so you go to find a spot near where you were before, and you find one that's it's close-ish, but it gives you a little bit more of a vantage point. And as you stand watching today, you can see it looks as if the windows are being cleaned by some of the children. You can see them lined up, and there appears to be an adult walking back and forth. You can just make out their silhouette going past the window. And as you look to the higher windows, it looks as if there's a child just drawing. Like, you can see some of the dirt on the other side is being drawn out before very quickly getting wiped off, and then you see a shadow of clearly an adult, a figure that blocks out a very large individual, because they've blocked out the window. The light reflecting through is completely taken up, and then you see it's hard to describe a silhouette through a dirty window, but it looks as if there's a quick motion with an arm. And then as the individual turns round, it looks as if they're dragging something out of the room.
Do I still see the child's silhouette?
No.
Noted.
But unfortunately, that's the only real thing of note for the first part of the day. When the children are brought out for their usual parade, essentially, to go and get supplies, you notice that there is another individual who comes out of the scolum at the same time. This individual, as he comes out of the building, flicks up his hood. You can make this brilliant ginger hair as the hood covers it. He turns around and is talking, saying farewell, basically. It's about all you can overhear. And that he will be back in a week's time or so, maybe. And for him to be contacted if he needs to turn up earlier. As he leaves, he scans the surrounding area. Give me a perception test, please. Not perception. Give me an awareness check, please. So, as he takes his gaze over the surrounding area, just looking around, checking, he stares directly at you in your vantage spot, and you see him. What do you do?
Is this building populated or not?
This area is not very well populated. You're basically stood on the street and on, at the moment, like a mezzanine area, a lifted up area that looks over the street slightly. There are some people on and around the mezzanine and in the general area, there's a few food cart sellers dotted up and down the street. But it's not a big crowd in this area.
I just stand there, standing inconspicuous, like I'm waiting for someone, arms crossed, occasionally looking down at my wrist. If watches are a thing, or the equivalent.
They are a
the
thing, but you
device.
have to buy them. It's a chronometer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all bought one. Because I definitely
I do
have
have a
one.
chrono.
Okay, so yeah, you can look down at your,
Are they
or
out
take
of
it out.
place? I do want to know if they are out of place. If they are, I wouldn't look at it.
So can you say that again? If they're out of place?
Yeah. Is it usual for people in this area to have chronos or not?
Yes, you're in the upper hive.
People have chronos.
So at the
Yeah.
moment, you're the raggediest motherfucker in the area.
Yeah.
Not being cruel, you're just in the upper hive. This is
I
where,
know.
you know, the fancy
I
people
would
live. Well,
I would
fancy-ish.
wear the copper clothes, like, not the fanciest, but not like 1 or 2 levels below, I guess. Was it that you said?
I don't remember what.
So you've got the spire. You've got the spire where basically they wear jewelry as clothing. And then you've got the upper hive, which is where the fanciest of non-nobility live, and some of the fallen nobility live. This is the area that you're in. So I think you have acceptable clothes for this area. I think everyone bought acceptable clothes, or you should have it in your inventory. But yeah, you still probably look like the most raggedy motherfucker in the area, because
Just if I'm not too out of place, it's fine.
No, you're, as far as I'm aware, you're it's only how you hold yourself that's going to be the giveaway, and the fact that you've been staring at this building for a while, and then he's looked around and seen you staring at the building, and then you've gone, okay, I'll look at my chrono, I'll look as if I'm waiting for someone. So it's not too suspicious.
I mean, it would just be a quick glance, and then I will start looking at the building again. Like, not too, like, a very natural movement.
Okay.
I will
As
make
he-
it obvious, like, oh shit, I'm busted. I would pretend I belong there. I mean, I do belong there. In a sense. Like, I wouldn't try to hide the fact that I was looking at the building.
Can I get a willpower check?
Oh.
I'll give you a plus 10.
Oh no. Someone be reading your mind.
No, you've done very well. So as you
willpower.
as you look at your chrono quickly, you look at the building, you start looking more at the architecture, holding yourself, not freaking out, as this man with bright violet eyes stares at you and then walks off.
Time for everyone to get resistance psychic power.
If I remember correctly, I was saving for it. I think.
Hold up. Did the Rogue Trader give us the video from the party and the images from the party?
No.
Oh yeah.
No, but that was one of the guests.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
the one with the purple eyes.
That was one of the guys that actually left.
There was no one there with purple eyes.
No, there was someone there with purple eyes.
There was someone
was.
there with purple eyes, yeah.
Out of character, I called him Acadian.
Yeah. I think it was because I spotted the purple eyes, but then I didn't pass the check to know what purple eyes usually meant.
No, because there's no check to know about what purple eyes mean. I mean, Liliana has purple eyes, people.
Wikipedia.
No, it doesn't.
I have purple eyes.
That's not
Purple
the only
eyes doesn't mean
reason.
anything.
That's not actually
But
the only reason. So, I know for a fact he didn't have purple eyes at the party. You have been told about someone with purple eyes, and he has appeared before. But I know for a fact he didn't have them at the party. He showed off his hair, which was ginger.
He had purple
No,
eyes.
he definitely had purple eyes, because I've got Fat Humperdinck got recruits from Purple Eyed Guy.
Yeah.
It's literally in my notes.
Got recruits. He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't get any recruits from the purple-eyed man, or the ginger man in the
We should
show.
rewatch the VOD.
Yeah, no, seriously, because my notes are training to be a slut by taking tips from Liliana, about to infiltrate a noble sex party. Fat Humperdinck got, in inverted commas, recruits from Purple-Eyed Guy. Hoffer likes flesh, aka orgies.
Oh.
The most cryptic note keeping I've ever heard.
It works for my brain, don't question it.
That's comforting, though.
See, for one, he was never in the room. He was only in the room where Liliana was. He didn't go into the sex party room.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. The reason why I asked that is because, out of character, we might have described this dude with the purple eyes, but just describing someone isn't the same thing as seeing the picture of the person. So if we still don't have the picture, he might not recognize the dude, but sorry, just saying.
No, I think, I don't think necessarily Ezio knows about the Purple Eye Guy, but it was definitely, we noticed Purple Eye Guy when we were there.
Yeah, no, they definitely saw a purple eye guy there.
Because I don't put,
I
like,
wasn't at
meta
the
shit.
sex party.
Yeah,
No, yeah, Albert doesn't know.
So
Yeah.
I don't even know out of character.
Yeah, I don't put shit, I don't put meta stuff in my notes, because this fucks things up if I do.
I will have to re-watch that episode because I may have fucked up then. So he's meant to be wearing contacts. Now, he was meant to be wearing contacts that stopped you guys from seeing his eyes, and they gave him they're basically photovisor contact lenses, along with a load of other stuff. So I might have fucked up there, but I'll have to re-watch that episode. For now, put a question mark behind any notes that have him at the sex party with purple eyes.
Okay.
If I did say it, then I'll just write it in that he did. But at the moment, my notes are only telling me that he was there with contacts in and wasn't in the area that Mordecai was in.
Sorry to interrupt, but I do have a line. That's I don't understand anymore. I forgot to write down who it was. They aren't happy with the number of recruits. They aren't happy with the number of recruits left out. We no longer have. We'll just have to do our best. The Brotherhood will survive. Or is that from something else?
Yeah, that's what.
Oh yeah, no, I remember.
That was from the debrief afterwards.
Yeah, that was from me debriefing everyone.
Yeah.
So I don't think I actually told anyone about the purple eyes either.
Because essentially the
Could it be that I heard that when I was eavesdropping on them before? on one of their
No.
books.
Oh, no, it might have been, because I remember you did do your own little solo scout, like you are now, before we went down to the Underhive. I think you
Yeah.
may have...
And the line above is also students of Skolum, small children picking food up, so it's very likely that I just made bad notes. So yeah.
But no, it was.
Anyway, we can discuss this later.
Yeah,
Sorry
like.
for interrupting.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's okay, because if I did fuck up, then I'd rather know now. Because the thing is, he has appeared. You were told about a purple-eyed ginger man who you guys never met. You were told about him from the Null, from Jonas, whatever his surname was. He told you information about this person.
Okay.
And then you've met him a couple of times now.
Oh.
Okay, that's worrying. Is he Dodgy Dave?
You'll never know.
Just the real Dodgy Dave.
I feel like it may have been tied to a perception check or something, because I remember rolling something and then being told he had purple eyes, but beyond that I don't know why I have that in my notes. I can't remember that far back.
See, I remember it because I brought up, someone said purple eyes, and I went, oh crap, he's Canadian, and then I was literally Jim saying, oh, because I brought up that, yeah, all Canadians have purple eyes.
See, I think
Yeah,
that
you
was
were
when
worried
you.
because
I think that
the
was a
other Vienna
long
has
time
purple.
ago in the Raven Court when you
No,
got
that was-
debriefed.
No, that was out of character. That comment I brought up. That was during the party.
Yeah, no. We'll go over it after session anyway. Sorry.
Alright.
So what do you want to do, Ezio? He's long gone by now.
Oh, I hanged around for 10-15 minutes, looked at my chronos, said, God damn it, this fucker keeping me waiting for 2 days. I'll have a contact with the agency. God damn, fucking hate this, always throwing their timetables. While I'm walking away, really pissed off, rather frustrated. Not pissed off, frustrated.
Well,
You succeeded your willpower pretty well, so I'll allow your willpower to guide you through acting your way into leaving
Thank
and
you.
being frustrated. Sure, yeah, you can do that.
Also, I would know that purple-eyed are rare, right? Or not?
Yes, they are meant to be very rare, except from if you're from Cadia. If you're from Cadia,
Yeah.
it's a normal
Yeah.
mutation,
If you're,
but you do get
You're
it from
right,
other
well,
places.
if you're voidborn, there's also a chance of you getting purple eyes.
What's it? I mean, out of chat, what exactly is the cause for purple?
proximity to the Eye of Terror.
So it's just
It's one of the natural occurring mutations.
I mean, you'd have no idea of knowing that, but there are other ways
more or
of
less,
getting.
It was an Alberiu question. Like, Alberiu didn't know what's special about purple. Except it's a pretty color, but that's details.
So sure, you head back then. You will make it back on the 101st day, 101st day. Why did I say one? That's terrible. 101st day.
One.
No, sorry. You'll get back on the 100th day when the Vox has been sent and the kid's ID chip is here.
Yes, just to confirm for my notes, the purple-eyed dude was also ginger-haired, right?
Yes. Yes,
I will
that's what
tell
the
my findings to the group.
that's what the blank told you about when he was imprisoned by the acid riot.
You mean when Jonas was in prison?
Yes.
Yeah. He told us about a purple-eyed ginger guy, apparently. I can't remember.
Oh, that was the guy that was invisible in the Vox feed.
Oh no. That twat.
Oh no!
Shite.
He knows our faces. Actually, probably doesn't because I think he powdered it before we got anywhere
No,
near.
No, he belted it out as soon as we fucking burst the door down and started
I
shooting
would
everything.
also have worn a gas mask.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Not to walking around the street.
There's no
but
way.
I meant
that base,
when we breached the thing.
in the base we actually were.
Oh yeah, no, in the
actually
base.
In the
we were.
base, you did, but I was going to say you were not walking around the upper hive in a gas mask.
I mean, it might be stupid as a person in stealth, but even I know Inquisition. It's like, hello, I'm Dutchy government stuff.
Oh no, the security would just stop you, because you remember the enforcers are actually patrolling this area. They genuinely give a fuck about these streets. So having a normal person there watching a building, looking up at it, going, oh, you know, it's a bit degraded, it could do with a polish. Where is this fucking wanker? It is one thing. Having someone with a gas mask on 2 days in a row.
Just sitting there, fiddling himself.
Just a
Watching kids.
So yeah, he's basically seen your face. But then he's also seen Liliana's face and Mordecai's face. So, hey ho.
And we've seen his face, maybe, kind of, possibly.
I know I definitely saw his face. I don't remember his name if he was Aztec or whatever, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, we definitely saw him.
I'm pretty sure he only saw my. I don't, but actually, I can be pretty sure, but I know he saw my face in the party. I don't remember anything other than that.
Yeah, no,
Any
he
other
saw
encounter.
because it was a sex party. None of you had masks on. You know, they want to see the goods. They're like, is she pretty? Do I need to get her to bend over? Next.
Do we need to get the brown bag out?
This is a noble
Wait,
establishment.
what?
They don't need that. They wouldn't be allowed through the door. Be off with you, uggos. Off. So, back to the game. Ezio, sure, you can head back down, and you'll make it back for the 100th day. These are quite long days for you, because you are having to go up the elevator, get into your position, scope it out, leave, even paying for the express transit. You know, you're still talking. No, remove 10 thrones from your person, please. I don't think you're spending 20 hours getting there and back every day.
Yeah, nah.
Yes, 20 thrones, please. It's not that much for a person to use the express lifts every day, but for cars, well, it's 10 thrones a day, which is far more than what the peasants can afford.
Fucking peasants!
They're labourers, not peasants. Peasants are on factory roads.
Feudal worlds as well, but we won't go there. Sure. So you pay your thrones, get back down, and the group has another rest. As on the 101st day, you have everything in order. You can basically tell the kid, hold this, and when you come to a scanner, scan it. Your name is now Mario Jenkins. Congratulations.
I guess we can't apply for a name change.
No.
Can we get a flagpole from the carry?
You could.
Can we give
you may
him
get
a green
stopped.
hat at least?
You can buy one if you want.
I'm just gonna make sure I have a healthy amount of money in my pocket to bribe people.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Okay, so another 10 thrones each, everyone. Oh, actually, no. Sorry, it's not that far. It's only 3 hours. Yeah, 2 hours.
Let's take off my carapace. So,
So you were easily able to take the kid through security. From the Psychers, I'd like some charisma checks from you, please. I'll give you each a +10, just to keep the child calm as security. Check his ident chip.
Fucking fuck. I'm gonna wait till Jim's to see if I need to spend my last fate point.
Oh no. Oh no, Lily has to BRB.
No!
Oh god, no, it's first the internet issues, now the BRBs. God dang it.
So long as she isn't getting hit by apocalypse missile launchers, we'll be fine.
Again.
There is no funny word for the brown rain that comes from Thailand. I found we shall have to create one. Every other country has it.
The brown rain.
What kind of clubs did you go to, Dish?
It's the food. It's the food, I'm afraid. Well, actually, I gave myself food. Well, no. I got food poisoning from the street food. And then it's just the food in general has more bacteria on it. So it's going to send your guts a little bit off. But yeah, the food poisoning, that was horrendous. I am the luckiest motherfucker in the world that I woke up at like 3 in the morning. I went, I don't feel so well. To the toilet with you. I'd made it just in time for the first lot to explode out of my mouth. And for the second lot to explode out of somewhere else. But we won't go there.
So it wasn't kung flu, it was something else.
No.
Oh, it was food poisoning. It was straight up food poisoning. I ate about probably 3 to 4 hours before that. And I was eating with someone else that night, and well, they shared all the food I had, and they shared all the food they had, except from one meal. One meal.
I think they knew to stay away from it.
Maybe. No.
Oh.
Jim, roll charm.
Oh, why? What?
Do it now.
Roll
Do it now. Quickly.
charm, so I don't have to
With a
reroll.
+10.
We're about to get shot.
Charmed list then?
Yeah.
Oh, what's happening?
Yeah, okay, I don't need to
send you
roll.
the
It's fine.
t-shirt.
It's fine, I don't need to roll.
So, 3 degrees of success versus 4 degrees of failure. Wasn't the best, but as you're taking the kid past security, you are able to keep him calm enough when the security points a shotgun at him. And citizen, present ID chip. Holds a shaking hand out. Mordecai tries to give words of encouragement, but it doesn't help. So don't look down the barrel.
Mario, it's okay. It'll only take a slight slip of his finger to kill you.
A squeeze from Liliana on his shoulder. It's okay, child. It's okay, my sweet, sweet child.
It's not bad. It's 4 before.
It's okay, Mario Dave.
Mario Dave, no. Wait, shit, what was it?
Oh no, it's 4.
Mario,
You're all right.
Mario Jenkins is his alias, if I remember
Yes.
correctly.
No, but what was his actual name?
He didn't have
know.
one. He didn't have
Okay.
one. I didn't give him one. I was
We
like,
didn't
yeah,
have
they're
one.
not. Then his name's gonna get replaced soon anyway, and no one really asked him, so yeah.
Wait, did we actually give him a name then?
Yeah,
We have just...
Mario Jenkins is what his ID chip is saying, so it's good for now that this is the name you know him by, so you're just like, yes, Mario, squeeze of the shoulder. I mean you, child. He looks up like, huh? My name's Craig. No, he doesn't. He knows to keep his mouth shut. You went through the plan with him. So the scan comes back as all clear. He has permission to pass and to go off-world, it seems, or his ID chip is high enough privilege that he can move freely throughout the hive. And off. You take him over to your gun cutter, which is currently being piloted by a servo. A servitor. That's the one. Yeah. I was going to say servo skull, but I was like, that's not right. The servitor.
Servotor.
Yes, a servitor is currently piloting your vessel because it's quite basic stuff that you're doing at the moment. If one of you has pilot spacecraft, you can also pilot it, and the degrees just add up when needed. Like I said, this is basic.
Is it Aeronautica or Void Ship?
So this counts as both because it basically you can fly around.
Matter, to be honest, because I have a non-taken boat. So what should I roll?
It's basically either one. Do you need to roll for this? Yeah, why not? You offered. So basically, you can roll either one.
Oh, we're dead. We are so dead.
I will point out.
Will kill us.
I will point out that this is a easy test. You're not flying under duress, so there would have been a +20 there. I will roll for the servitor as well. Oh, he got an 18. He got an 18. So you're basically
20.
Well, I think it's 30 for him because he's only there for basic navigation. But with a +30, that's 60. So he has got like 5 degrees of success. Where you're 1 degree of failure. It's been a while. It's a new ship, Ezio. You haven't really got accustomed to it yet. But the servitor basically corrects for your mistakes, and you take off into the sky and into the heavens. So, can I get another charm check from the two psychers as the kid begins to shit themselves as they're now in a ship hurtling up into space?
Wait, the kid is shitting himself?
Yeah, we'll see in a minute.
Or is he just scared for his life?
Well, he's never left the Underhive, and he's seen a lot of things recently, and now he's being put into a shaky shuttle that's shooting off into the sky, and he can just see the land leaving. Yeah, he might be scared. He might be scared. Charm check, please.
At +10 still, or no?
No, not for this one.
Okay. Jim. Fuck. Jim, you have more fate points than me. You first.
Glorious.
Fuck. This was a mistake.
Glorious.
I'm gonna keep a last fate point in case he explodes in the warp, and summons a demon. So.
I guess I couldn't have brought one of my Inferno grenades.
No.
Or a limpet mine.
As you're hurtling up in a shuttle, I would probably suggest not using explosives inside your ship. It's large, don't get me wrong, but unless the child is stood in the middle of the ship, you're going to come plummeting out of the sky again.
So don't even do it in the middle of the ship.
Who said is to kill the demon?
So, Nuffle does seem to love you.
I mean, I think falling to your death is preferred to being mauled by demons, but that's just me.
Buenos dias, fuck boy.
This demon gets summoned. Alright, we can take this. Oh, boom.
The pilot's gone, the cockpit's gone, we're falling.
I'm out.
I really hope I'm next to a parachute or a drop thingy. I sincerely hope so, because if shit goes south, I'm just gonna say fuck it.
A parachute. So, fortunately, Nuffle does seem to love you. Ugh. Sorry, it's got a weird feeling in my ear. Ugh. So Nuffle does seem to love you. Yes, just jabbing a finger in there, going, you wanted him to fail, but he rolled a 20. So although he is scared, he does seem to keep his shit together and doesn't let his psychic defenses down. Sadness.
Hey.
So you hurtle up into the sky, leaving the planet, and weightlessness doesn't quite take over because you have anti-grav technology on the gun cutter.
Also, as long as we're accelerating, which should feel some kind of gravity.
That sounds an awful lot like science.
There is a way to counteract this, but
You have no idea about science, Ezio. Let's remember this.
We're guardsmen.
Out of character.
So, as you break orbit, you can see, Ezio, the glimmering, delicious white. I believe it was white and gold, reflecting from the Inquisitorial Profiteer ship. And you can head towards it.
That was the Emperor's Profiteer.
Oh, sorry, yeah, the Emperor's Profiteer. Sorry, I couldn't find the name of it, so I just quickly read the title of this series.
It'd be very, oh yeah, I'm a rogue trader. Are you affiliated with the Inquisition? Why would you say that? Your ship is the Inquisitorial Profiteer.
Like, silence yourself. Of course not. No, yeah, the Emperor's Profiteer. You get the homing beacons for the ship, and the servitor informs you he can take over and dock the ship. Basically, it doesn't need a pilot. It's quite a basic task, but it's more there for if you get under fire, you can take over. So again, the void being rather large, it does take you a few hours to get there. Anyone have tech use who wants to do an Auspex scan? Does the ship have an Auspex at the moment? It would have to have a basic one, which means it wouldn't be far enough to matter.
I do
Don't
not
worry.
have tech use.
Don't worry.
Vehicle-mounted Auspex have like ×2 range or something.
I mean, this is a basic one just for detecting stuff that it could collide with.
Yeah.
This was an event that was meant to be for a tech priest, and you guys don't have one, so
I have got 12%.
yes.
No.
A 97. You have damaged the Auspex.
I was going to say, let me do it, because I'm the intelligent one here.
As you come in, just jabbing buttons, just like, why does this is what normally happens.
I shove you out the way. This is how it's done. Press the same button you did.
And you miraculously don't break the Auspex. You
Thank
both
you,
pass.
No.
You both get the Auspex to work. However, it doesn't really tell you anything because it's not far enough range.
I'll plug in.
And as a tech priest, you're not able to amplify it or read out the background stuff that doesn't pick up. So sadly, you
basically just get the background radiation.
Yeah, if you had a tech priest, they'd be able to amplify it, get more of that information, and figure something out. But you don't, so more. It takes you about 8 hours. 8 hours? Sorry, it takes you 4 hours to get into dock with the Emperor's Profiteer. As your ship touches down, the doors close behind you. You can see that as the docking bay refills with glorious oxygen and some other shit in there as well to stop you from dying, you notice that a number of armsmen come out and a security detail also come out. They seem to be pushing forwards a chair on a lifter pad. It looks like the chair has restraints on it.
Oh yeah, we told about the psyker, didn't we?
Oh no. Did we actually get the sensitives I said we needed to get?
No, because you joked about it, saying they're going for me.
Fuck!
I asked you, did we get sedatives? I have a kosh, I can knock him out.
No!
Wait, you guys want to knock the kid out?
No.
He's gonna panic when he sees the chair with the fucking things on it.
Yeah. I just, Rager, just get rid of the chair. He'll be fine. Get rid of the chair.
Look.
I will stand behind the kid with the kosh, just in case.
I do have sleep dust.
And I have a clutch.
So, the Master of Arms can be seen in the back of the armsmen and personnel. This
Go
person
to
you
the
have
chair,
met
it's
before.
fine.
This is Semenith Tennis. We'll call him Tennis for now. It might be a woman. I think it is actually a woman.
I think it is, yeah.
Yes, it is.
So Tennis can see you in the cockpit and microbeads in to the Vox on board. Everything all right in there? Are they ready to bring out the captive?
Yep, just get rid of the chair, don't call him a captive.
I'm sorry, what? You don't want the chair? What do you mean not captive? I thought we were putting him in the cryostasis.
We
Stasis.
are. At this point, I just double check that it's actually on like a private. This is not just blaring through the speakers.
Well, no, it's Vox to Vox. It's microbead to microbead, rather.
Just say we want to coerce him into it.
No, I just say
him into it.
if we cause a scene here, it's more dangerous. Just trust us. We've brought him up through the hive and up to here with no issues.
Okay. Well, next time you might want to tell us that. We were only told that you'll bring up a child psyker. I mean, that could mean anything. All right, we'll keep our distance, but I'll leave one of my men with you to show you down to the chamber, and we'll stay out of eye sight, but within rushing distance, just in case.
Thank you. Me and Liliana are trained for this. We can handle it, but thank you for your assistance.
All right, okay. She...
Shut the fuck up, Darius.
That wasn't me!
Yeah, she rolled really bad, so...
It was Getty.
You see her gesture to her crew and personnel, and they all exit the room. She points at one individual who looks like he's on her shit list, because there's this real point and like shake with the finger. And he seems to go all very, very quiet and hunch shoulders and head down like, oh fuck. Everyone leaves. The chair is taken away. After about 5-10 minutes, you are free to exit the ship.
That's it.
What did I tell you guys about preparing this shit a bit better? You guys were in charge of the kids.
Yeah, we were. We forgot.
Look, technically, Mordecai's in charge of the kid.
Yeah, he is.
I'm just helping.
I just look at the kids and go, right, well, one of them, their detail are gonna help guide us to where we need to go.
Right.
You ready for this?
Ready for what? I thought we would just go
First time in a big ship can be daunting.
Oh, okay, I suppose. It's a little funny to walk. Doesn't feel quite right.
Yeah, it's a bit less than I'm used to too. But we'll be fine, and we'll get you to a safe place. And the next thing you know, you'll be getting trained and helping the God Emperor.
He kind of nods a little bit in awe at this, but sure, you can lead him out of your gun cutter. As he sees the large, dock, everything's working, everything's new and shiny. He's kind of, a little bit amazed by it, all the lights and things going on. The guard kind of gives you a very stiff salute as you guys come down, and doesn't really say much, but like gestures, I'll follow me.
None of that formality. Come on, shake the boy's hands. First time on a new ship.
He looks at you with a visored helm on, just like, what? Command check, please.
Out of character, why do I have the feeling we're making a mistake here with making a psyker or a bloody arch enemy?
Can I stand behind Mordecai instead? Get the kosh ready.
Can I argue for command willpower?
No.
Oh.
I'm just to the side face for me.
Or you can intimidate him with strength.
Oh, that's not any better.
Whoa.
Suck it! Didn't fail that badly.
He looks at you, and you just feel this stare of you motherfucking. He kneels down and like stretches out a hand, shakes the kid's hand, gets back up, turns round and just gives you just one last. You can almost feel his eyes burning through his visor, and as he walks away, he does wipe his hand constantly on his torso, just trying to wipe off the psychic taint.
Pat him on the back. Good man.
I'm just gonna look at Mordecai, shake my head.
So you are led down. It takes a while. As everything does in 40k. You can add on about 2 hours of traveling through the ship. It seems as if the stasis pod that has been put aside for the child is in a more reinforced dead area of the ship. Liliana, you might be aware it's also quite within the Gellerfield's bubble, but you'd probably be the only one who'd be like, we're quite close into where,
This is
maybe.
right next to the Gellerfield generator.
Not right next to it, but well within the bubble. So even if the bubble were to not pop, but to get underpowered and shrink, the captain seems to know what he's doing. Now, putting him on the edge of the ship is great for keeping the ship protected, but should a power surge come through and the bubble shrink a bit, closer to where the thingies can get to him. The evil things. So,
The warp Xenos.
you're led to this chamber, which again, big reinforced doors, big. This looks more like a vault than somewhere where you'd keep a normal person. The child is gathering the just the intent of this area, and doesn't look too happy as he is shown the stasis pod with no one else in it except for monitoring equipment and all the necessities. God damn my brain. Necessities that are needed to keep this area powered and running. Can I get some charm checks, please?
Don't worry, this is safer than where you were before, and we'll be right here when you wake up.
Any pluses or minuses?
Fucking
No.
Rerolling that. Fucking rerolling that. Spending my last fucking point. There we go. It's fine. Spent my last point correctly.
Okay. You have enough degrees of success as the child looks up quite panicked and scared, and what's going on? Where is it? Why am I? And you say, look, this is safer. I'll give you a bit. You explain that it takes a long time to travel, and it's better to be put in here. You won't notice a thing. You'll be in there one moment and out the next. And the child seems to get it. He seems to be okay. No, I can do this. This will be all right. He gets into the stasis pod, and after a few moments of a tech priest being there, really freaking him out for a moment, doing the prayers to the machine god in Tecmo Lingua, the machine activates. There is a audible pop and smell of ozone being created. The pressure wave activating. The pressure wave that comes when the machine is activated, making all of you have that weird ringing sensation in your ears. And the child is frozen in time. Almost completely frozen in time.
Well then, that's one issue solved. I'm going to go train with the Emperor's Chosen now. So,
I think we should go talk with the rogue trader and get whatever we were asked to come up with done now ahead of time.
that is a good idea.
That's why I was getting a hold of his Vox, his pick recordings and the other stuff. And yeah, help. Because don't forget, as far as he knows, we have our own. Okay? As far as he knows, we have our own.
I'm going to stay a bit longer with the kid, make sure it's all okay, and join the others later.
Sure.
We'll all go in as a group while we wait for Mordecai to do his thing. Should we just get Jenny? Help out with the debrief. Or whatever. Like,
I'm just going to agree. She's a bit distracted. It's been a while since she's been on the ship. She likes being on the ship.
Did Jenny say she would remain on the ship?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying is I would like us to keep in mind that
what we needed to do with her share of the money.
She's still taking a share from the business.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I meant our debt that we need to pay.
Oh no, she's still part of that debt. Like, you're still a team. It's just she's fed up of you all and has come to try and do some
Fucking
work somewhere
engines,
else.
Yeah.
She's kind of abandoned her position, but you know, yeah, we'll see how that takes for her.
That's a problem for the Inquisition to solve. That's not technically our problem.
I mean, or
Plus, we can always use her as a scapegoat in case shit goes sideways with the Inquisition.
No, we're not using her as a scapegoat.
also
Yes, we are.
the person who gave us the assignment listed no scapegoating. You're responsible as a team.
Yes, we are as a team. My reasoning for looking to go get Jenny is we need a logistical person if this is going to be an actual debrief and stuff, and we've missed out on her expertise on more than a few occasions. Also, out of character, we want to get her debrief for the Scala stuff.
Oh no, I know.
Very good point.
Out of character, I'm just teasing. Whenever it comes to Jenny, Juliana has to tease.
Oh god. It's hilarious.
Sure, you can do that. You can get in contact with her and ask to go over, to basically meet up and go over notes and to check data. I'm sure she'll be quite happy to go over her data and yours.
Sure. Let me see the captain. No, Captain.
You can send a message to see if the captain will have time to see you.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
He's a busy man after all.
It's evening time now? And oh no, it was only 2 hours. No. 2 hours up and then 8 hours across?
4 hours across.
4 hours.
So 6 hours have passed. and 2 hours to get to the stasis chamber. So 8 hours in total.
Say we started at 9 o'clock, so 7 p.m. Yeah. No.
5 p.m.
5 p.m. Yeah. I went from 10 to thing. God damn it. Okay. Sure. We'll calm the rogue creator. See if we can meet him now or wait till tomorrow. Or whatever.
You get informed by one of his comms officers that at the moment he is working, he's needed. He might have some time for you tomorrow afternoon.
Okay. We'll see him then. And hopefully for Jenny to meet us there too.
I'm just gonna deep sigh. Tiffany's going to kill me. This is the second time we leave without bringing her to this ship.
Did we want to bring her this time?
So one of the Master of Arms people, essentially you guys are getting led to your suite again, basically where Jenny's been allowed to stay. She spends most of her time in the Enginarium and in the Tech Priest areas, but you can see sometimes she seems to visit here. You get led back there. You take the express elevators, and in fact you even take another shuttle that takes you out of the ship quite quickly and then lands you at the top of the ship, the captain's personal air dock, shuttle bay rather. Let's save a few hours traveling from the bottom middle to the top. You're led there. You can comm Jenny and she'll meet you there to go over notes and data. Essentially, I'll give you, because she's a tech priest, she should, at least in character, have taken notes of all these things. So as you go over, enjoying your meal, going over the data, she informs you that at the medical center that she worked at, a lot of the orphaned children were being taken to the Skolam Terrenia. She also heard that many of the other Skolams are basically full to capacity. And these were mainly from Manufactorum accidents that took place for a number of months on the world. And that a doctor down there seemed to be making things worse. He was either a barbershop doctor who was still very much learning his trade after 30 years, or he was an incompetent fool, or actually trying to kill people. She didn't really look into it much, wasn't her job, but those were the two bits of information she had about the Skolam Terrenia and suspect things going on.
Okay.
You were also rudely interrupted by basically the doorbell going to the apartment. As you quickly put away your data slates and hide the valuable information, the person's told to come in. It seems to be one of the Master at Arms' personnel, along with a tech priest. It's not Jenny, it's another tech priest. Jenny's with you now. The two enter. The Master at Arms assistant basically tells you that she and the master engine seer had gone through the data that the rogue trader captain had provided. They hand you a data slate, or the tech priest hands you a data slate with all the recordings and all the data that the rogue trader captain got. The tech priest then explains in Low Gothic that there was a signal distorter, a signal jammer, quite high tech, around one individual who there was no images were caught of him. And they, even though the master engine seer tried his best to clear the image, nothing he did could restore the visual data. It has been corrupted.
Shit, scrap code. Okay. I have a feeling that's our purple-eyed ginger friend.
You mean our friend of indeterminate eye colour at the moment?
Yes.
Oh, to be a GM. Oh, to be a GM.
Just out of character. His name is actually Aztec, right? And we do know that, right?
Yes.
So
And you were told, Liliana, because you were in proximity when the accountant was introduced to the fat man in the fedora to Estok.
I'll mention that his name is Aztec.
Okay.
Might be a good idea to try and find out who in the Emperor's name he is.
Yeah. We need to find more information on them. I'm gonna wonder, there's no way to tell a blank signal from another, right? Just
Blank signal?
like, not blank signal, but like, blank... You know, there's no way to telling that, okay, this information that was distorted by the disruptor is the exact same disruption as, like, this one from this bit feed? Am I pushing...
A player character might be able to figure it out. An NPC, there's no way. It would be something you'd need to research. If a player character with a tech priest in the party came up with that, I'd be like, okay, look, it's going to take you 5 days to research it, but there's a chance that's something you could work on. You guys don't have a tech priest at the moment.
I am from a research world.
I could, but that means nothing. You could be researching birds and flowers. Not actually.
You don't have tech use. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Jenny is a former PC. Does she count as a full NPC now, or does she count as PC kind of?
If I'm controlling her, she's an NPC because it's me rolling against myself, basically.
God damn it, Yasina.
So unfortunately, and you, Darius, don't actually have that knowledge to be able to say to a tech priest, could you look at the signals? And I would let Jenny like pilfer that knowledge and go, but how about we try? But yeah, I'm not going to roll against myself, unfortunately. It's all right. I'll kill off one of you, or we'll add someone else. We've got double psychers, you know.
I mean, you tried to kill me once already.
Yeah, well, I need to do it another 4 times, so, you know.
You only need to do it twice more, and then I'm out with fate points.
You got 4 fate points, haven't you?
No, I had 3. I'm down to 2.
If this really wanted to kill you, you would have died in the 4th or 5th session. When you stop that demon.
So
or when you went boom.
The other two, they leave. They've delivered the information. They've got duties to do. So they salute you and op it, closing the door politely.
I can imagine like Darius coming up with that idea. It's like, does this blob look like that blob? And then Jenny kind of derives what he meant from that, and then she has no idea how to actually explain it to the tech priest.
But you do actually have pick feed of all the people's faces that were there, except from this one individual. So you do have a pick feed of Edward Richardson, the fat man in the fedora. You also have a pick image of Midas Alancourt, who was I believe he was the accountant. I might be wrong on that account. I believe.
Oh yes, I actually had all this on a notepad document, but
Did have
crashed a while back.
I did have some of this.
Yeah, I think the fat man, we already put his name in.
Can't remember what the fat man's name was.
Edward Richardson.
Edward Richardson. Okay.
Fat man in a fedora. Well, that's what his token looks
that
like.
Was,
so
that was Fat Humperdinck, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But Humperdinck is fat.
Exactly.
Not that bad.
Technically he isn't, but let's not go into that.
He's rotund.
No, Humperdinck fake fat. He literally does.
Yeah.
He wears loads of clothes to make him look fatter than he is and plays it up. So
I
people think he's a
fighting
buffoon. And then he's like, aha, I'm actually intelligent and quite well fit. Fuck you.
But he actually had the armor on. Well, for the fight with the musical guy, he was actually quite, while large, he was quite toned, and then had actual armor on.
Oh yeah, he just plays up the fat noble merchant.
Yeah.
Plays up the buffoon. He's a lot like our like Boris Johnson, to be fair.
That was not the time. No.
So yeah, I think it was those ones.
I do hope Humperdinck has better hair.
Yeah, why not? We'll save him. I like Humperdinck. He's not quite the only in mannerism. So I believe, yeah, it was also basically all the nobles. You have an actual picture of them at the party. You also have a couple of the nobles doing some. Well, at the very least, you have Hoffa clearly on pick feed, like doing things to sex slaves, and before his conversation ended, and the captain had to leave.
So, did we ever find a buyer for those?
Now that I think about it, lucky the big feet. How did I forget the name of the road trader? How did Jack Briston Vale Rose actually get this image? Because we might need this too.
He has a coat that is just filled with recording equipment.
Pretty much.
We need to grab stuff that can actually record too.
We do. We have a picked pick recorder and vid catcher recorder now.
Oh,
the only difference is his is all best quality, so it's a lot easier to hide. And he was of such high nobility that when they came near him with a scanner, he just bitch slapped them out the way. You know, but when you come down in a personalized shuttle and are wearing the bling that he has, when you get slapped by a person like that in 40k, unless you're Inquisition, you kind of go, fuck, he might actually have the power to get away with that. What does my boss say? My boss looks scared as well.
Unless it's that where no, that's kind of inside. That's when the food riot turns into hello, my name's Angron.
Note to self: dress super fancy and start bitch slapping people.
It worked.
It might work. Who knows?
Just it's rolling intimidation, but with fellowship, not strength.
So, you have the information. Is there anything else you want to do on the ship, or do you just want to pass over the day?
I would like an update on our scuttle thingy magic.
Out of character, I tried to put it in character what I wanted to do, because without Jenny, I don't really know much about how to get info. Like,
I mean, surely we would know. We would get the ship asking, "Hello, what's about our ship?"
We have the ship. We come up on the ship.
We came with the ship.
Yeah.
You tried to pilot it.
Never mind me. I thought Rock Traders sent some random ship. I didn't realize that.
You can't just. If it was just some random ship, why did you try to go pilot it?
I don't know. Because reasons.
No, that's why there wasn't an actual pilot in the ship. The captain basically gave you, for now at least, a pilot servitor to assist you with basically. It can do basic things like fly down and fly up, but if you get in combat, then it can't do fuck all. It's not a combat-based pilot servitor. It might give you a +5 or +10 to certain things, but that's a maybe.
Okay.
So technically you can use the ship's chronicalarium if you want to look over things or look up things about the planet or people of interest. There may be some data that's out of date. If you want to just chill out, you can.
Honestly,
to be honest, this depends on what actually happened at the party, how we decide, but maybe have a talk with the captain about purple-eyed people, or ask for some records on purple-eyed people.
that's not much to go on, though, Albie, because I have violet eyes.
Yeah,
And
but
I'm a void boy. It doesn't mean much.
Yeah, but
It says
here's the
icon.
thing. Purple-eyed and ginger.
Well, we don't know about the eye changing. We don't
Well,
know.
what's
That's what I said.
wrong with a guy being ginger and having purple eyes, man?
No.
It's a massive galaxy, man. Come on.
I meant when purple eyes are rare, and you see ginger with, or also arguably red.
Are you telling me purple-eyed people are evil now? And if they're purple-eyed and ginger, they're doubly evil?
No,
You're
they're
profiling the
rare.
guy based on eye color and hair color.
They're rare. No.
Are you-
Of average chance they're the same people.
So, Albie, I'm going to cut this off right here by saying that there are billions of people living in a hive. The chances of you being able to pinpoint someone on those two features, yeah, if you spend your entire life doing it, maybe. But otherwise, you got no hope. Not on those two factors. Especially considering he was meant to have hidden his purple eyes in the party. So there's technology and devices that can do that. So yeah, you're really up shit creek there to find him on that information. But it's something for you guys to keep note of.
One thing I would like to do, because although Liliana loves, spaceships and space, she's not really tech savvy, so she's going to ask not the engineer, the tech priest, Jenny, to help us maybe check the database for the people we know the names of, or maybe see if we find someone with the name of Astock, and that is higher up, highborn and stuff like that. Please look up people.
You
Because
can
we
do
can-
all of these things on the Cognite. Like essentially, you can look up information on cognites easily as long as you have access to them. It's just scrutiny perception. So any of you can actually do that with a proper chronicalarium. You need a tech priest when the shit's locked down, and you need to do it quickly, or you just need to be able to download it, or but yeah, any of you who have scrutiny perception can basically go over to a cognite and look up stuff about the planet. Is going to be completely, the rogue trader will give you everything that you could want about the planet. It's just any forbidden stuff that he has that he's not allowed to give out. He won't be able to. Mordecai, this is the point when you get a personal message to your conbead informing you that you have been given permission to look up the forbidden lore for the things that you were looking into, except from there's no demonology. The captain doesn't have access to any demonology of any great value.
Damn it. But I can get access to forbidden lore Tyranid.
I'm
Yes.
going to beat you with a stick.
Oh boy.
Okay, this is a very specific question, but does the rogue trader have access to data about the planet that's not filtered by the propaganda machine?
He only has information about the worlds within that subsector, or that sector of space. He'll know of the worlds. He'll know what worlds the Imperium has said have been wiped out. Things like knowing about Darius's home world would be under strict Inquisitorial lockdown.
No, not that. I mean, Agraphia? Agraphia? Like the local updates from Agraphia, but unfiltered from propaganda, so there's no other propaganda that will be fed back to the populace. Nothing edited out, like, so, food riot here, but it was quashed by, say, what they read in the news was it was quashed by the Arbites, but the official report is the Arbites shot 40 guys, 30 of which are now dead.
The rogue trader probably could get access to that kind of information. It's more information rather than like it wouldn't be put into newsworthy like writings, but he could probably get the numbers given he's from a very rich, very powerful, noble rogue trader lineage, so he's got more weight behind him than some. So he would probably be able to get the numbers from the administratum. Yes.
Because what Jenny has said has intrigued me, and I want to see how many people have actually died by a medical malpractice or stuff recently, in the past couple of months. Or died due to injury in the factorums. Because dying because of a malfunction or something like that is something the propaganda machine would, filter out, because the Imperium can't do anything wrong. He died while working, tirelessly working, etc.
Okay.
That makes sense.
You can look up information like that. There's no guarantee that you'll find it, and it might not be in the formats that you really want, but it is something that you could look through with scrutiny, perception, with the captains. Basically, the captain's getting the information directly from, in the guise of, well, you may need more skilled servants, more skilled workers, you may need items from a forge world that I could bring over. He can give bullshit like that, and he's got enough weight behind him that they're like, well, maybe he could. Okay, fine.
So scrutiny intelligence or scrutiny perception?
Oh, sorry, yeah, it would be, you could actually pick intelligence or perception. It's going to take longer with perception, though.
I have plenty of time, so I'll take perception. That's 10 points better. God damn it. I have no more fit points.
Can I
one-
also look over the data?
Sure. That will be a 1d6, please, Darius.
1d6.
Oop, there. Oh,
Only took you 1 hour.
I'm barking up the wrong tree. Close to the cottage.
So scrutiny with perception, it will take twice as long. Scrutiny intelligence will take less time. So Ezio, you will spend 6 hours scrolling over the data, just going through piece after piece. You're almost doing it too astuciously. You're going through every single piece rather than quick skimming. It takes you 6 hours and you fail utterly.
Wait. Can I get a willpower?
Can I get a willpower check, please, Ezio, to see if you can carry on or not? You can use intelligence, but you have to roll it differently. You have to add on your scrutiny to your intelligence roll.
I'll go to bed.
Yeah, Ezio, you're kind of, you just turn off the screen. You're done with this shit. You can go and clean your gun, or go to the firing range or something like that. But you're done with this nonsense.
I haven't finished screen till like 9 p.m.
Oh,
No.
I rolled a
boy.
93 and the target was 38.
Oh,
I'm gonna pass the names of the people that I have noted down. Dean Jefferson, Sam Albert, Magnus Alacor, Estok, and Ed Richardson to the other people, if they want to research this. I want to start by researching specifically the whatchamacallit that runs this column.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
I want to pass the name of the persons of interest, and I want to see if I can research the guy that runs the Skuldom. I think is that Humperdinck?
Edward Richardson. Sure, you can. Basically, you're going into the Chronicalarium, and you're going Hive World of Agrafria, Skolams.
Yeah. I would also like to, if I eventually find it out, I also like to check how long has he been running the Skuldom.
Sure, you'll get some information when I see a roll. So there are thousands of Skolams that come up, and there's no proper search thing that you can see here. So once you type in Skolam of it just changes to all sorts of crap comes up. So you have to go from Skolam, and you're like, okay, right, let's start going down through. You did scrutiny intelligence, was that?
Yep.
So can I get a 1d3, please?
No.
Of course.
So 3 hours go by. You don't find the Skolam that you're looking for. You can roll again.
He will attempt to do so.
One d3. You
I'm
don't
probably
find any useful information, but you have time if you want to carry on.
I'm probably getting cross-eyed. I'm probably getting cross-eyed just looking at skull and up the skull and up the skull. But I'll try again. Why the fuck not?
I mean, there are other names, so you do like blink out a bit occasionally, going, "Okay, the Skolam of the fated heart."
Actually, after 5 hours, honestly, I can't look at skull anymore. I'm gonna try to see if I find anything about Astok.
So you change the search, you lose where you were. You go over to essentially the population report. You don't have anything else to go by. It also does visitors as well. You type in Estok. Holy God, Emperor, there's thousands of them.
What?
There's thousands of S-stocks on World. Like, it gives you basic data about them. It doesn't give you everything, like their full name. So S-stock Vermilion, S-stock Johnson, S-stock, and goes on. It's listed as Munitorum, factory worker, this worker. It doesn't tell you much, but it tells you going down. You can go to the side to see if there are any off-world IDs with that name registered. So I'll give you click on it, and there's maybe hundreds.
Let's give it a shot.
1d3, please.
Wow, you guys suck at researching shit.
How would you get in there, Mr. Research World?
Can I get a willpower check, please?
But I want to look up Tyranid shit to fuck with you.
We're actually researching stuff, and you're like, I want to fuck with him.
Because one of these days, it's just going to come up in casual conversation, because I haven't managed to pin it in yet, and you're just going to be like, wait, what the fuck?
Just give Darius a PTSD attack in the middle of public. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's just don't think about the lictor breathing down your neck right now. The fuck's a lictor?
Just discharges the shotgun in every single direction.
Listen, but that is no.
Can I get a willpower check, please,
Yes.
Liliana?
Yes, Darius would know very much about lictors.
Am I thinking, who are they exactly? Because I might be thinking about the wrong thing.
The Tyranids.
No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah,
Yes.
look at the stealth form Tyranid.
Sorry, what was that?
Willpower, please. Willpower.
Does any of my resistance apply in here? No.
No.
I don't think so. Strong-minded? I don't think so.
We've been working.
Holy fuck!
For
I
whatever
am one
reason.
iron-willed motherfucker, but I'm shit at research.
For whatever reason.
Why didn't you reroll the last one?
For whatever reason, Liliana, you think about leaving. Ezio left long ago, and you're just like, no, I will not give up. You may have one more roll before fatigue will get you.
I'm just downstairs reading to the stasis field about Tyranids.
I did it!
Okay, so as you look down the number of S-stocks who are guests on World, you scroll down, you scroll down, you scroll down, you scroll down, you scroll down. There's no. I never said it said what they looked like. You've succeeded in noticing that. Yes, there's nothing. There's no visual data here. It doesn't give, like, when you click on it, it doesn't give you he is of this build and this description and this. It's not that complex. There is a reference number. You can go with the reference number to the administratum, and they can give you files on each individual person. But yeah, the rogue trader at the very least cannot get full-on files on each individual. You learn that after all this time, you should have stayed on the Skolums.
I'm gonna go bang my head against the wall for a little bit. I'll be right back.
So Darius, was there anything else you wanted to look up? As you've just sat down, you failed a roll, but you're like, oh well, yeah. Looking over at Ezio, scanning every little detail, looking over at Liliana, just like, this isn't as easy as it looks.
Hey Darius, can you come down here? I've got some questions I need to ask you.
Yeah, sure, why not? We're probably going to be in the ship for a while, so screw it. While they're doing all the research, I've been here for an hour. I'm not smart, so I'm going to get up and go visit.
You thought he was the smart.
Your brain farted after 6 hours of staring at the document. Have to come right down.
I mean,
Okay.
not gonna lie, if you can look at documents for 6 hours straight, mad respect.
Yeah, no, seriously. You can look at a like white page with black text just for 6 hours straight. That's insane.
Just so that this is made apparent for players who give shits to the other classes. If you were a scribe of the administratum, a lot of this wouldn't have even need rolling.
Oh yeah,
'Cause that
no,
is-
I
that is
figured
their-
as much.
That's their entire job, is just to do this kind of shit all day
Are
long.
scribes even in second edition?
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing though. I thought to myself, look, if I'm doing a database research, I'm gonna type males. Doesn't work in these places because these places are horribly poor and stuff like that. I would narrow down the research as much as possible. Thing is, Liliana doesn't know that shit.
And would 40k let you? Like, a lot of their stuff is not organised and not put into decent search groups. You know?
It's not that. They literally have armies. They have armies of people just doing paperwork every single hour of every single day.
Yep.
Yeah.
There are tens of millions of people whose job is to just sort paperwork about people who requisition toilet paper.
Yep.
I can imagine that.
It's a crap life. So,
Literally.
Darius leaves the other two as they struggle on. If you're going to go and see Mordecai where Mordecai is, you're going to have to get a shuttle. Or spend like 7 hours traveling through the ship.
I don't have a guide, so probably. I'll find a shuttle and yeah.
Sure, they'll take you without questions. You've basically been given full reign by the captain. So they take you to where you need to go. You pretty much remember how to get there. You were shown there. The halls haven't changed yet. So you're able to make your way to where Mordecai is.
Okay. I stroll on up and yeah, what do you need?
Just doing some research on the Xenos, and you fought Xenos, right?
Yeah.
You struggling to understand what's the difference between a cultist and a pure strain? Are they the same thing? And I show him the diagrams.
I thought you were the smart one. I thought you were the smart one. I mean, out of all the things you could have shown him, do these human-looking ones, like weird human type, are they the same as this one here? It's like,
It looks very human.
Pure strain? Pure strain gene sealers don't look like
Oh no, they look very different. Like
Pure strain gene sealers are pure strain gene sealers.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You're thinking of the fourth generation and second
Fourth gen-
generation.
Yeah, those ones. It's like, what's the difference? I can't really tell.
I'm gonna flip a coin real quick. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Tails.
Fuck.
Okay. I'm gonna punch you in the face and walk out.
What was that for?
I punch you in the face and walk out. That's it.
Now, Droll, if you knock him unconscious,
Can I call Darius and Mordecai on the microbead?
You're researching, no.
Yeah, you're researching.
I'm not currently researching. I'm banging my head against the wall.
No. We had to go back in time for that because Darius has only spent 1 hour researching before he looked at you guys and just gave up. So you two are still in the Chronicalarium researching things about the world.
I just chase you out the room. Darius, what? I know you fought them, but if we come up against them, I want to know how to fight them too. You beat them more than I can right now, and
Yeah, as you say that, Darius turns on his fucking heels and just screams at you in the hallway. We didn't fucking beat them. We lost the fucking planet.
Would you be allowed to say that? Or do you not care?
Darius doesn't care. He's kind of enraged.
I didn't know.
Take a couple of steps towards Mordecai, pointing at the book. That one there looks like every other civilian. Every single other civilian you know. Hey, you might have even walked past them in the street before all this shit went down. All of a sudden, they've got auto guns, shotguns, and everything, and they've just ripped your buddy apart. The other ones, they pour out of the goddamn sewer. Climbing up walls, climbing up everything. Oh, firing this, that, and the other. Hey, one just killed your buddy, took his lasgun, shot at someone else.
I see why you don't like mutants. As hard as this is, I know what it's like to see your world destroyed. Remembering back to the vision that the Totally Not Demon gave me.
5 years, I was on board a ship, and all I could look at was the rubble of my world after it got nuked.
Well, if we find them again, we'll make them pay. We have more power now than you did back then.
You didn't see that.
I know I didn't, but I've seen things that in this past, it's been like a month? That I've never seen before in my life. And we've dealt with them.
Don't compare to those things. Those aren't even, that's not even half of it. Those are chaff compared to whatever else is there. There's Xenos the size of 3 men. There's two men standing on each other's shoulders, or one guy standing on another guy's shoulders that has claws the size of my torso. That will tear you in one swing. There's other ones that shoot little gobulets of acid shit that burns like hell. Hell, you're probably replacing armor more than you're replacing people at that point.
Are those why you got so freaked when I told you about the voice in my head?
There's a great many things that freak me out. Those, even that, twist we saw in the, what do you call it, the old hangar or something in the base.
The vampire thing.
Yeah, as it rushed from the shadows, that reminded me of, another one.
But we survived.
Yeah, no, think about this. You're looking at nothing and suddenly in front of you.
Well, we survived that because we stuck together.
We survived that because it's nothing like the thing we saw before. describe that thing because it's just a fucking twist. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go find a bunk.
Before you go, I've got your back. We'll fight whatever we need to.
Yeah, just as you say, you've got your back. He's turned and walking down the corridor. Walking away.
Single tear.
Oh, the moment was going so well.
Fuck me, Darius.
No.
Hey, fuck me.
No!
Hey,
No.
fuck the twist.
No!
I think this needs some bolters.
Oh, I need a bolter. Hey, what's the difference between this and this? Blam. There you go.
I need a commissar.
Hey, I'm the intelligent one. I'm just not very... That's not naive, but
Wise?
not very...
Intelligent but wise.
Like,
Socially.
Socially.
As a 3.
You're intellectually smart, not smart.
yeah. I'm not very sociably...
Capable.
You are not a social butterfly. You are more of a social worm. I get it.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
on Poco's hierarchy, I'm below the dirt.
Jeez.
Who's a hierarchy?
Oh.
Hey,
That's
it's okay.
team
At least you're not an agency of pretending to be a tech priest.
Okay.
So I think on that tasteful note, we shall end the episode off there.
I mean, I don't like sheens too. But I mean, I don't like to eat sheens.
I just
What?
want to send a private message to Liliana. Don't mention things called tyrannids around. Darius.
Seriously, what?
Don't
Okay.
mention it.
So
Oh god.
hopefully the party will write down some of their ideas for research for next time, as they do have all the time in the world, kind of, to do research now if they really want to. And we'll see what happens with the Psycho Child and all the other goodies, and what will happen in the next 12 days. We will be kicking up the episode on the 102nd day, so you can all get a decent night's rest before doing more research.
And refresh some of those fate points I spent.
Maybe
just
I
screaming
might
into
give
the
you just
pillow.
one.
God fucking.
Geraldine!
So hopefully you all enjoyed this episode, and are looking forward to the future episodes to come, where at the very least on Thursday, I don't think we will be having an episode. I think Thursday we're just gonna have an offline episode where research can get done, they can have a little chat, and then next week we'll record an episode, stream an episode to go out. So we'll add on, if anything does happen there, we'll put on a little note. So yes, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and as always, bye-bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. Praise the four-armed emperor.
See ya.